What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the NECA Predator 2-pack, the Bad Blood vs. Enforcer Predator. Here we do have the two Predators in the packaging. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get them open up, and then we'll have a better look at the figures inside. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have the Bad Blood Predator and the Enforcer Predator posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figures, let's actually take a look at what they come with, because they do come with quite a few accessories. We're going to have a look at the Enforcer Predator's accessories first. He does come with two alternate heads. He comes with a helmeted head that he has on him outside of the packaging. And then he also does come with an unmasked head. Enforcer Predator also does come with a mask that he can hold, which does not go on his unmasked head, unfortunately. He also does come with two versions of the Smart Disc. He comes with a closed Smart Disc, which fits pretty good in his right hand, and then he also does come with an open form of the Smart Disc with electricity running through it, and again it does fit into his right hand. He also does come with two separate left hands. He comes with an open palm left hand, and then he also does come with a gripping left hand, and that grip hand is for his spear, which is done really well, and I really do like his spear. His final accessory is, of course, his backpack, which has his plasma caster on it, which is really, really nice. Other than that, Enforcer Predator doesn't come with anything else. I don't know what more you would want him to come with. So let's actually move on to the Bad Blood Predator. Bad Blood Predator here does come with quite a few accessories. Just like the Enforcer Predator, he comes with two alternate heads. He comes with a masked head, which he has on him outside of the packaging. And then he has an unmasked roaring head, which looks really, really good. He also does come with two pairs of hands. He comes with a pair of open palmed hands. And then he also does come with a pair of grip hands for holding his accessories. He also does come with a sword, which he can hold in either hand. And then he comes with a really primitive looking spear with a really nice spear tip at the end, and that looks really good. But Bad Blood also does come with two trophy heads, which they're really gruesome and they're done really well. And then he also does come with two trophy skulls, which he can wear around his belt. So overall, a decent amount of accessories between the two Predators. So what we're going to do now is actually take a closer look at each one individually. And so here we have a closer look at the Enforcer Predator, and I really do like the way the Enforcer Predator looks. His mask somewhat reminds me of the Jungle Hunter Predator. It has this really basic Predator design to it, but he has this little trident spikes coming off of it, so it's done really well. You can see his targeting laser sight is right there. Surprisingly, he actually has purple eyes. That's not something you normally see on a Predator. His eyes are actually purple. He actually has an insignia right here on his crest. I don't know what that insignia means. I don't speak Yautja, so I don't know what that is, so I'm guessing that's just either a clan or showing that he's some form of authority. Moving on to his detail, you can see they did a really good job with his dreadlocks. Now, unlike most Predators, Enforcer here actually has purple dreadlocks. They're not black like you would expect most Predators to have, but they do look really, really good, and you can see they are the shorter dreadlocks, which again, I'm more of a fan of the longer dreadlocks, but these actually do look good. He actually has some gold accents to them, so that brings out some of the detail in it. As far as his torso and body goes, he is using a body that we have seen in the past. I believe Ahab Predator used this exact same body. Now, something I didn't mention in the Ahab review is if you're a little too rough with these little tubers, they will break. As you can see, mine did break, and that was right out of packaging. His arm was actually twisted like that, and me just twisting his arm like that snapped it, so do be careful with those little tubes. Again, he is using the Ahab body, which I believe is the Jungle Hunter Predator. So we will be having a look at this body at least one more time. You can see he also has the tube coming down from the bicep all the way down to his control panel. Again, be very careful with that because you don't want to be tugging and ripping this out. I really do love the metal detail in his costume. You can see his armor has some wear and tear. There's some dings in it, so he has seen his fair share of combat. It's not a pristine silver. You can see it has some wear and tear. So I really do like that. And again, he is using the same clip system that we saw with Ahab, so the backpack goes right here. There's a little tab there, and a peg up here, so that's how it tabs in. I do like the fact that his control panel does flip up, and you can see inside it. Again, we don't have any detail in there, we don't have none of the numbers or countdown, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Moving on to the right side, he is wearing his bladed gauntlet. So the blades do extend outwards like we've seen with the Ahab Predator, which I really do like that. I do like the extending blades. I prefer the removable blades over the extending blades, but this is still really cool. And if you really wanted to, you could try to pry this off and swap it, but I'm not going to do that because it does seem like it is glued. You can see he is wearing a loincloth that has tassels going around it, which looks really good. We have a cod piece protecting his nether regions, and then we have looks like a pouch, and then just some cloth draping on the back. We do have a thigh guard right here on his left side, and on the right side you can see his holster for his smart disc, which the smart disc can fit in here. I just haven't had any luck getting it to stay in there, so that is a little bit unfortunate. You can see his greaves are done really well. They have a lot of wear and tear to them. There's so much detail in it. It's like a silver with a darker gray wash just to bring out those details of the worn aspect to it. So overall, really good detail. And then we have a look at his feet. Now, something I do want to mention about the Enforcer Predator is he is white and purple. You can see he does have some yellow here in the body, but he's mainly white with some purple and black, so really interesting colors here on the Enforcer Predator, and I really do like the way he came out. So what we're going to do now is actually have a look at Bad Blood Predator. And here we have a look at Bad Blood Predator, and essentially this is a predator that went rogue and started killing his own kind. That's what a Bad Blood is in the Yautja world. I really love this helmet. This helmet is just mean and vicious looking. I don't know if you can see, but his eye is poking through right here on the left side. His laser scope is right here on his left side. You can see his right lens is still intact, however the left lens is actually busted, and you can see his eye piercing through that, which looks really good. You can see some cracks going along his mask. Just all sorts of wear and tear on it, and I really love the gold that they chose to go with. Going on to his dreadlocks, you can see they are black with the gold accent, so that's really cool. And then he does have this tube. I don't know where this tube is supposed to connect to. Maybe it connects in here? I don't know. But it looks cool like that, so that's the way I'm going to have it. It really doesn't connect into anything, so you don't have to worry about it ripping out, but like I said, for the sake of the review, I'm just going to have it right there because I like the way it looks. Now, just like with the Enforcer Predator, he's actually white and purple as well, but he does have some accents of orange in there, so that's pretty cool. You can see he is adorned in trophies. This guy loves to kill. You can see all these bones just draping his right shoulder. Looks really good. And then on his left shoulder, you can see he has a Yautja skull, or a predator skull. And it's obvious he did slay his own kind to get that. This guy just doesn't seem like somebody you want to meet in a dark alley, because he will just skin you alive. Looking at his gauntlets, you can see he has a spinal column running down his gauntlet, which is really interesting. And then he does have a control panel that folds up, so you can see all the little control commands right there. Again, no painted countdown, which I'm perfectly okay with. Moving on to his other gauntlet, you can see he does have the wrist blades right here. Now, the wrist blades should be able to extend. I have tried heating this up. I've tried everything to get these blades to extend. They won't. Probably what happened is that some glue seeped in and sealed them together, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's still a really nice look. And he has a sword, so I don't think he really needs wrist blades. And then again, we have another spinal column right here on his gauntlet. His armor is this really nice bronze color. You can see he has a piercing right in his chest. We have the bronze going all the way around. We have the hook for his trophy skulls. And then we have a clip here, which I think he's using the City Hunter base with all these added accessories. So I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. Moving on, his belt is a separate piece, so that does move around really nicely. As you can see, you can have it draped on the side like that, or have it going back and forth, whichever one you prefer. He does have a holster for a smart disc. However, he doesn't come with any smart disc, so it is a little bit unfortunate that he has this, but we don't get a smart disc for him to use. He probably lost it going rogue. Again, we have this really nice detail of the purple contrasting with the white, and then we have some of that orange peeking through. Then we go on to his knee pads, and he has some surprisingly interesting taste in apparel. You can see he has 2 more skulls right here decorating as his knee pads, so they're done really well. They're a bone color with the teeth painted yellow. And then of course on his greaves we have more spinal column, so that looks really cool. Again, this is not a predator you would want to meet in a dark alley. And then we get on to his feet, which look really, really nice. So overall, between the two, I think Bad Blood Predator has a better look, a more unique feel to him. So what we're going to do is actually get these guys compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have the Enforcer Predator posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have the Enforcer Predator posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we have the Enforcer Predator posed next to the Ahab Predator and the Scarface Predator. Here we have the Bad Blood Predator posed next to a DC Multiverse Superman and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. Here we have Bad Blood Predator posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we have Bad Blood Predator posed next to the NECA Ahab Predator and the Scarface Predator. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to their articulation. Now, they do have the same articulation scheme, so I'm not going to go over both of them. We'll just have a look at one of their articulation schemes, and then we'll move on to my final thoughts. Now, seeing as how they both have the same articulation, they do have ball joints in the head, which look up really well. They can look down surprisingly well. They can tilt side to side, as well as turn left and right, and that works really good. Both of them can go out to the side, although both of them do have a hindrance right here on the left side. As far as the right side goes, they can both go out to about that far. They both can do a full 360, although he is hindered on the right arm. Left arm does a full 360, no problem. They both have bicep swivel, double bend in the elbows, which works really good. Swivel and hinge in the wrist, works no problem. Ab crunch goes back about that far, leans back, so we get full range of movement here, side to side, swivel. We have a swivel down here as well as a secondary ball joint. Legs do go forward, surprisingly a bit here on Bad Blood. Go back quite a bit, go out all the way, full horizontal. We have thigh swivel, double bend in the knee. No boot cut swivel, but we do have ball hinges in the ankle, so we do have rotation, some side to side pivot, as well as forward and back movement. So overall, these guys have a surprisingly amount of good articulation, which I really do like that. So what we're going to do now is get these guys posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Bad Blood Predator and the Enforcer Predator posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really love the way this set came out. Both of these figures are unique enough that they could have been their own standalone figure, but having them both together, seeing as how they are from the same comic, is something I really do enjoy. They come with a lot of accessories, so many display options with these guys, and I'm really glad NECA did make this a 2-pack, because that does save people the time and energy going out trying to track them down individually just to complete a set. Now, if you are looking for the Enforcer Predator and the Bad Blood Predator 2-pack, they are available at Target at the time I'm making this video. However, I wasn't able to pick mine up from Target, but a local collector was able to get this to me for a really good price. I did pay under retail for this set, so I'm really happy about that. If you can find Enforcer Predator and Bad Blood Predator, the set is going to run you about $60 or $50 depending on your area. Mine is charging $50, so that's pretty fair for a 2-pack. Seeing as how NECA figures run $25 each, $50 for these two is a pretty good deal. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other NECA videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments. And if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And while you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos. And ring that bell notification for every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.